Morning. Hi there. Welcome to our practice. Today, I'd like to ask if everybody would include Albert as our focus for the practice because it's his birthday and we're going to be going camping with friends of his this weekend, and I'm really excited about it. I hope that he has a really great time. Albert works really hard. He works as a veterinary tech assistant. He is sometimes working like 12 and 16-hour days. He is, just like so devoted. His phone is full of literally dozens and dozens of pictures of dogs and cats and goats and cows and sheep and hummingbirds and chickens and all the things, all the different animals that people bring into his hospital where he works. And he is, just extremely devoted to the natural world. And he's also a wonderful, wonderful human being. He's such a good, good person. So please join me today in dedicating practice to Albert. And we're going to light our candle for Magoo here. A way that can be walked is not the way. A name that can be named is not the name. Tao is both named and nameless. As the nameless, it is the origin of all things. As the named, it is the mother of all things. A mind free of thought, merged within itself, beholds the essence of Tao. A mind filled with thought, identified with its own perceptions, beholds the mere forms of this world. Tao and this world seem different, but in truth, they are one and the same. The only difference is in what we call them. How deep and mysterious this unity is, how profound, how great. It is the truth beyond the truth, the hidden within the hidden. It is the path to all wonder, the gate to the essence of everything. And today's verse is number 72. When people do not fear worldly power, a greater power will arrive. Don't limit the view of yourself. Don't despise the conditions of your birth. Don't resist the natural course of life. In this way, you will never weary of this world. The sage knows herself, but not as herself. She loves herself, but not as herself. She honors herself, but not as herself. Thus, she discards the view of her own self and chooses the view of the universe. I think I've mentioned this in practice a while back. Some of you may remember, but there was a period of time in my life where I did an experiment, and this experiment was really life-changing for me. It helped me understand something through action that I wouldn't necessarily have grasped if I were only dealing with it conceptually. And that was this. For one whole year, I decided that no matter what, if somebody gave me a compliment or if they gave me a criticism, I would just say, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And instead of taking it personally, I would be able to really hear what that person was trying to share with me. And then I could try to allow the universe to operate through me better to address whatever was complaint and uh, uh, praise. And I just allowed myself to receive the true presence of what was being offered. And in doing that, it wasn't about me. It was about then what is happening and how is the universe operating through me at this moment. And today, I think that would be a really good approach for us. No matter what, if somebody sends us or says something that's a compliment, just say thank you. Don't say, oh, this way or that way, or, oh, don't take it in. If somebody says something that they wish you would do differently or better, you don't necessarily have to take that in either. You just say thank you and you acknowledge, and then put it in front of the universe and say, universe, show me what I'm meant to do with this. How can I sift through this to find the true message, the real wisdom in this? If somebody gives you a compliment, sometimes we think, oh, it's good. That means it's true. It's about me. But that's not exactly the case. If someone gives you a compliment, what are they complimenting? Are they complimenting you, the ego you, or are they complimenting the vastness that's moving through you? Same, if people don't like something you're doing, is it really you that they are having a problem with? Or is it whatever's moving through you that perhaps they find triggering or they don't like? Now, this doesn't mean like if you've done something wrong and you know you did something wrong, you made a mistake. It's just that you having a part in the vastness that's moving through you is not the total of the vastness that's moving through you. The vastness that's moving through you is its own energy, its own light. And you can neither possess it nor can you divorce it. It's just going to be there either way. So today, let's practice both that kind of simultaneous state of being and not being whatever is being shown to us. Someone says, good job. You say, oh, thanks. It's nice to hear that the effort that I was putting in is yielding results. If somebody says, oh, I don't think that's a good idea. Well, thank you for letting me know. I'm doing my best to make sure it's good. And so your feedback is important to me. Then let the universe show you what it is that's meant to happen next. Sometimes we get our feet all tangled up as we're on the path. We can receive praise for something, and then pretty soon we start to feel like, oh, maybe that's my thing. Someone's like, oh, you're good at this. And then you think, oh, that's my thing. How can I leverage this thing to my own benefit? Rather than understanding that the ability to do the thing is the benefit and deserves gratitude just as it is. We don't need to puff it up or fluff it. And Tara says, I need to apply this as well to the socio-political world around me. Crazily, I take it personally. Right. It's not, even though it impacts us personally. The things happening in the world, they impact us personally, but they're not about us. It's not about you or me per se. In fact, I dare say, Tara, that there's greater power in like let's say this Texas abortion thing, which I know has so many of us in a state. The Texas abortion thing isn't about me as a woman or as a person. It's about womanhood. And only by dissolving out of the me as woman into the state that fundamentally is being the embodied female essence of life, can I access the kind of power that would have any impact on that law? I myself can do nothing. We can do it all. So the universe, the universal we, or the universe as it moves through us collectively, is so powerful. And if I am so identified in my me that I'm not in that we, it's like I'm scrambling up a sandy hill. But man, the minute I identify with that we, it's like putting my boots on and marching. I can get somewhere. So maybe that'll help a little bit. And Linda says, I'm loving this month's practice. So meaningful, so many aha moments. This is why I read the Tao once a year in September, every year. It's a place that Albert and I share spirituality. So for his birthday month, I typically reread the Tao so that I can feel closer to him in our spiritual journeys, because this is a fundamental belief system that he subscribes to. And it's also conveniently the month of Magu. So I read it because it is full of amazing, amazing revelations. So that's our short bit for today. We're going to move from the universal rather than from the individual. And we're going to see how far that can take us. It's pretty far. And we're going to allow the critique or the complaint or the praise or the compliment to be what it is, not something that penetrates us, not something that anchors itself in us and begins a disturbing spin that might wobble us off the central axis of our universal membership into ego-based personalization. And instead, we're going to stay vast. That's, maybe you're noticing the theme here, that the Tao is about merging with that vastness. It's good to love ourselves, but not as ourselves, but to love ourselves as the vessels through which the vastness is pouring herself into the world. And aren't we lucky that we get to be here? Okay, let's start Guanyin practice. 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge within the vastness. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And today, holding Albert, my beloved husband, in my practice. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guanxi, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. And I did water bowl offerings already, so they're up on the shrine. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. "108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Pusa for the one who is that vastness, always divorced from ego, and yet always present for everyone who needs her." Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxin 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 Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa. Okay, and our brief wind horse practice of Tara by Patrul Rinpoche. Lume choksum chidang chatsun ma gyayum pakma drome jintu yi. Daki sisu paljornyan drak nam yarnu dadang yarji sushindu. Kepar kaje wangtang lungta nam nyampa soshin chatu gawa long. Chije likpe lamdu drowa dang sitting neme dadang denjur shi. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddhas, noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtang and Windhorse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may good health, long life, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume chuksum chidang jetsunma gyayum pakma drome jintuyi daki sisu paljoinyan draknam yarnu dadang yarji soshindu kepar kaje wangtang lungta nam nyampa soshin chatu gawa long chije lekpe lamdu drowa dang sering neme dadang denjur shi. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum. As we send good energy to Albert for his birthday. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Sorry to say, we're having some of the worst air quality in Dunsmuir right now that we've had all year long with the smoke, and it's not easy. Everything is just smoke everywhere. So sorry about the little coughing there. But let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshuangmo. Om Swasti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of supreme bliss, Yeshuangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. Wishing everyone a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye now. And thank you for the happy birthday.